Welcome to Coley Crowns. I'm Ashante.
And I'm Lori, and welcome to our Queendom. Hi.
Good. I'm about to say good morning. Good day, whatever time it is that you're watching this. This week, we're going to be recapping the last two episodes of Married at First Sight. I don't even know what episode numbers these are, but it's the last 2 weeks, right, before Decision Day, basically. So before we start, though, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do hit that subscription button, like our video, go back and watch previous ones, and share with your family and friends. So, where to start? So, let me see. There's so much that's happened. So, we talked about the whole fiasco with Michaela and Zach when they were on.
Let's start there.
Okay, we'll just pick right back up with them. So yeah, a couple weeks ago they had the little group retreat, and Michaela and Zach, they're so toxic. Oh my gosh, like
both of them.
You're right, those two. So they got into it. Michaela clearly tells the man, "Go, be gone." And then gets upset when he actually leaves and says that he abandoned her. And I'm like, sis, are we talking about the same situation? Because
I don't know where she got this buzzword abandonment from Dr. Viviana.
Viviana, that was like Dr. Cal. That was one of the first meetings they had.
Oh, I thought it was okay. So maybe Pastor Cal, whoever gave her this word, she's gonna use it until the cows come home. I was just like, what in the world? Let it go, girl. You were not abandoned.
She was by anybody. So in this week's episode, right, they kind of pick up from there. They meet with Dr. Pepper, which is like, yay, Dr. Pepper. She always comes and gives some good insight, right? So they're reliving what happened. And Michaela sits there on the couch and is kind of like, what? No, you abandoned me. You left me. I mean, you have no evidence to show that blah, blah, blah. And Zach is getting all worked up. And I'm just like, girl, what in the... Is she like having an out of body, out of mind experience that she really does not know what she's doing? And then she said she was having a panic attack. And I'm like,
why is everybody having panic attacks in 2020, 2021?
Is that what a panic attack looks like? So these two, they just need to separate. I say go their separate ways.
I was confused. I think the conversation she was having is she was trying to be super literal. And it's hard for me to have a conversation with people who are so like in a box and they're trying to prove a point instead of the big picture, right? So she's like, I've never shown any aggression towards you, and basically meaning maybe cuss you out or hit you or attack you. But while we're in the same space, you are a little crazy. So it doesn't matter if you're directing it, towards me. They are together and you're having a fit, you're swiping at the sky, you're turning things over, you're causing this whole scene, you're kicking over my suitcase, you're trying to block me from leaving. Right. So yeah, there's not an aggression towards me. Like I feel like maybe I'm in fear for my life, but I don't want to deal with this. That's what you need to admit to, is that I caused these crazy commotions, right? I don't know how to control my anger. I don't know how to have a civil conversation with you. You have your own issues because you don't know how to communicate, but you have to take ownership if you're going to say, okay, let me move on past this and let me get better. But you acting like you don't do nothing, ma'am.
What did Dr. Pepper say? She asked her a question, basically like, do you not agree that this is how you act? It's just like, I can.
She does it all the time.
You do. Like, what do you mean? You can. You have.
I can't be that way. Yeah. Girl.
And then be like, there's no evidence. what? And then they did go back and show that. I wish he would have been like, producers, y'all don't have no playback, so she can see in real time what she's doing. Like,
I am starting to understand why Zach is so like, it seems like he's so like quick to get out, quick to leave, because we don't know if this is what we see on camera. What the heck else is happening behind the camera? Because when she starts having her outbursts, he looks like, I've seen this already. Okay, we're doing this again. Okay. This is what like when he was talking to her before that huge outburst at the retreat, he was just like, I don't know what else to, I can't, I don't.
And he was like, he asked her like 3 times, okay, I'm gonna go. She's like, go. Are you sure? Go home. Whatever. It was just like, he was like, I'm really trying here to make sure, is that really how you feel? Is that really what you want me to do? I'm giving you the chance to say, you know what? Okay, just stay. And then she was like, I was just telling him to stay. I wanted him to stay. But then at the same time, you telling him to go. Like, it's confusing. And I can totally see where Zach is like, this chick is just don't got it together.
That emoji with the brain blowing up, that's where he's just like, again.
Right.
Again.
But then yet Zach, he all can't communicate, leaves when they're talking. And then
but I didn't understand why he left. I feel like we missed something there.
I didn't get it either. And I thought it was the perfect situation where Dr. Pepper was like, let's triangle this. You tell me what you feel, then I'll communicate to her.
Right.
You tell me, then so there's a perfect opportunity to really just express yourself and let Dr. Pepper communicate that so Kayla can understand and hear it. Because obviously the two of you are not communicating, you can't connect. So use that. But he was just like, I can't, and just got up and left. I don't know why I didn't see anything other than it was the same situation of her saying, I didn't say this, I didn't do that.
Right, but then you could say she always does this. She always says she doesn't do some things, like she forgets, and I can't keep communicating differently with her. I don't know what else to do. Like, say that, and you have a mediator there, so you already know it's probably not going to escalate past a certain point.
So she ain't gonna show her behind there in front of Dr.
Yeah, so just do whatever you need to do. So I'm just like, I don't know why he got up. And then they had another meeting, and I was just like, oh my God.
That he was ready for, and then she's not ready to talk. I was like, y'all
too much.
And then him saying, I'll say yes if that gets you to talk. What?
That was the episode 2 weeks ago, right? So then last episode that we watched, is we're doing 2. I don't really know what they were talking about, but basically Zach and Johnny has this thing of, I don't want to say yes on decision day if I feel like the last couple of weeks weren't that great, right? But that doesn't mean that I want to divorce you.
I was about
I've never heard of this.
The logic there,
There's no logic. There is no logic with
that. It makes no sense to me at all. And I was going to ask you that, like, okay, am I missing something here? Can you understand what they're saying? Because
yes, I understand what they're saying. They're saying no. But they don't they feel like they might be with crazy people, and they don't want to set people off. I don't know.
But you're gonna say no. But the whole thing is they're gonna say no, but we can still maybe see if something.
That's what I mean. So it's like, no, but maybe.
And so when some cameras say cut, they're gonna be like,
Right.
No. And, oh, I told you that. Yeah, I don't see that. Just let it be one little thing. And they'll be like, no, see, I can't do it. I tried. I should have listened. I knew it. It makes no sense. I mean, like
Zero sense.
Val was saying,
Zero.
it makes more sense that you would say yes and then try. And then if it doesn't work out, then it just
At
doesn't
least you
work out.
tried.
But to be like, no, and then yeah, let's still try to make this work. Why?
It makes, I mean, I was just like, what, y'all? Come on.
And then
now.
Michaela
Y'all just
was like,
trying.
after we talked, I got it. I understood what he was saying. I'm like,
no, you didn't.
Did you?
No, you did not, Michaela. Girl.
No, she didn't. So those two are, it's a no for me, but I can totally see them saying a yes on decision day at this point. They're just so wishy-washy.
So what did you think about her conversation with her sister and how after the last conversation, she said Zach called her, they went to dinner, and then they spent the night together, and how like she was like giddy about it, but then she was just like, I haven't talked to him.
Again, they're so wishy-washy. That's today. Tomorrow it will be
oh my God,
something else happening between the two of them.
And her sister was just like to the camera, like Zach needed to decide what he wants. Like, does he want her? Or does he not want her? But she's not telling her that. She was just all giddy, like, oh, so what did you do? Oh, okay.
I agree. But a lot of that is, I do believe, is Zach leading her on in some ways too. So like, there's definitely been those moments where Michaela was just like, okay, I'm done. Like, I don't really, there's nothing here. But then here comes Zach back in the picture, almost like giving her a little bit of hope. And
that is toxic for sure.
Yeah. And it's like, dude, let her just one little thing happen again, then you're going to be right back and feeling the same way you were less than 24 hours ago.
Yeah.
So but she definitely, the sister should have been more upfront with her. Like, girl, I mean, this is not healthy, but both of y'all be going back and forth like this. And everything she said about Zach was true as well, though.
Yeah. I don't like he.
Oh, they not making it nowhere. Even if they say yes, they not making it.
No, they better not say yes. Just say no.
I would just would not be surprised if they end up.
I know.
Because
Lord. Okay.
Toxic. Okay.
It is.
So that's those two. Let's just go right into Brett and Ryan.
Child, I was so, I'm sorry, I have to just go to it because the rest of the time they spent together was just a waste of time. Sure. What the heck? You guys go talk about your family, your background. Like, oh, your sad stories. This is where I grew up. This is my, how I was. Let's go fishing. Let me cry over my best friend dying. And then Brett was like, let me share my story. Oh, no, can't do that.
Oh, she's holding it all close to the chest, too. Like, I was ready.
Man is on a dating app. You have a week left. A week. And you sign up for a dating app.
He didn't activate it, Lori. He didn't activate it.
He had the right one. Brett was so nice to him. She was so nice to him.
This whole season, she has really carried herself with so much respect and just because
I would have had none of it.
Especially at that point. Especially at that right then and there, it would have been sorry, it would have been totally different as Shantae coming out, if it was me.
That's so disrespectful.
Oh, yeah.
You couldn't have waited.
But we didn't even say how she found out. So she found out he was on this dating app because he matched with a friend of hers.
Terrible. But he has no idea how that happened. But how did that happen? I just put it there today. Today, that's what even makes it more worse. You have this whole outing plan. She's thinking, oh, this was nice. I'm getting to know him a little bit more. He's being more vulnerable. Maybe. no, this dude is just gaming you. Why don't you just say, no, I'm not going to do this whole thing. I'm kind of over it. I don't want to do this anymore. Let it go.
1 week. You could not wait one more. You don't went 7 weeks. You couldn't wait one more week before downloading this app.
I don't know if I even believe that he did it that day. That you matched with somebody already. He probably already had it. That's just when he got discovered.
That part.
That's so terrible. I don't know. Just so terrible. He's such a big, and I was just like, I know they've been trying to lead onto this. Oh, so I saw you on the dating app, but I thought it was going to be like, you didn't close out an old dating app,
Yeah, like making it more than it really is or something.
Child, no, it was a bombshell to me. I was just like, this dirty dog done got on a dating app and he is still married. And then it's so embarrassing that your friend is like, wait, isn't this your husband?
But okay, so on that point, I don't know what app, what they did or how they connect, but she had to also like him or hit the like button for him. So I wonder how close of a friend this is, I guess is what I'm trying to say, that she would be like, oh, let me like this person. And then does she find out, oh, that's Brett's husband? Or did she do it because she saw it was Brett's husband just to do that? So I have a little bit some questions surrounding that.
Maybe. I
guess you would do it just to have some evidence, right? Screenshot. Girl, he up on her.
Wow.
She
didn't get the best match right there. He could have just bowed out a long time ago.
He could have. So that was 2 weeks ago. So this last episode.
Why? Oh, wait. But then wait. He sends a message after that meeting when he was in the parking lot, like, I'm so sorry that you found out this way. I didn't activate it. It was just for when we get through decision day, as if that's the point, that it's not activated and that he didn't actively go out there looking for somebody. Why you send this message? Why? Okay, I'm sorry. So we can move on to this week of no point of them being in the same space.
Of course, they got to continue to.
No, you don't.
Spread it out. But the one thing I did, like, it was a little shadiness with it. They had this whole group outing, their last hurrah as a whole group.
A hot mess.
Mm-hmm. And they were asking, what did you learn? And Brett was like, I learned that, I can be open. I didn't get what I wanted, but I was being open. I tried. And they showed in his face, right? And he's just always have that little sad, about to cry, just look on his face. And I was like, true that, right? Like, you've acting like you're the only one who didn't get what you thought you wanted. And she done said from the beginning too, yeah, you're not really my type, but hey, I'm being open. Obviously, they matched us for a reason. He just couldn't get over it. But I thought it was a little shade too. It was like, yeah, I didn't get what I wanted either, but you know what? I tried to make the best out of it. Unfortunately, the person I was matched with did not. So I think that's very clear that it's a no for those two. But how they be making stuff out to be, they kind of give that little questionable, well, will they say
there's no question?
No.
I don't even know why he went over there. Like, they had that night before and he went over there. I went to go
get the last couple of things. Well, he already had moved out most of his stuff that same night. That little stuff you left there, you can go pick up after.
He was probably so happy he got caught out. He was just like, oh, good.
Oh, I didn't even think about that, but
I don't have to do this no more. Oh,
that makes so much sense. He probably was happy to get, because he couldn't.
He's like, let me match with one of her friends. I think I've seen her with this girl before. Match. She gonna find out. Because he don't communicate. He probably was happy somebody else said it. Like, oh,
say it for him.
That's over. Just a mess.
Shame.
I don't know.
All right. So there's the two. What's that? That's a no. I'm about to say.
Yeah, but we got another bombshell. We got another one.
These friends are trash. Okay.
What friends?
Oh, okay.
What friend?
This friend.
That's a friend.
Well, supposedly friend. But
I'd have brought her on that camera. Hey, let's have a meeting.
Liz, they should do the three like last season when they brought Mercedes, and Mercedes really didn't need to be there, but this one needed to be there. This friend Sarah. So this is now Bao and Johnny.
30.
Bao and Johnny, as you know, have been going through their ups and downs since they got back from the honeymoon, really seems like. And yeah, the bombshell that came out was Johnny supposedly was talking to this friend of the best friend of Bao about buying a car. And I thought, oh, he's a car salesman. I don't remember that. And I was like, no, he's not. So why are they talking about cars? But okay, maybe he had a car she wanted. I don't know. But they're talking, and then he remind me of the dialogue of the situation, but I think he asked her how Bao has been, I guess, in previous relationships or something along those lines.
I think he was saying, I think she asked, oh, so how's it going? Okay. And then he was telling her, it's not really going that great, we have these issues, whatever. And then that's when the friends start laying it on.
Friend. Wait.
Of all the issues, I guess. All the issues from the past that Bao is probably confided in her with, and you just gonna unload on this dude. I don't even care if that's your friend too. Don't even care, because that's what he was trying to make it seem like. Oh, I've known
later,
whatever.
But that was it unfiltered, right? I think he mentioned.
Oh, he said on. Okay,
I don't think he mentioned it on the show. So yeah,
no. Oh, okay,
I think it was unfiltered. So later he actually says that him and the friend actually have known each other and went to school together, but they didn't say that on the show because it would have been, not that it made it better or anything, but it would be like, oh, okay, so he actually has some kind of mutual friendship with this person. It wasn't just Bao's friend. But yeah, she still should not have said what she said, because again, for him, that's all he needed to hear, and it wasn't gonna take much, but that's all.
No, but he already felt a sort of way. So I'm not gonna say it's because of the friend said this, whatever. No. You felt this way, but the fact that you mention it, and did he mention it with Dr. Pepper, or he mentioned to her first, and then they talked about it with Dr. Pepper?
No, it was with Dr. Pepper. He brought it out.
I'm like, Dr. Pepper felt like, she's tell it like it is. But in that moment, I didn't hear her really going in on Johnny.
She didn't.
And I was like, how do you, because she was just like, oh, well, because of this, now you feel like, because of what the friend said, now you feel like that's how she treats you or whatever, validates what your thought process is. But to me, there's some kind of level of portrayal that you're talking about her behind her back, and now you're trying to use this against her. And the way how you bring it up, it just seems so vindictive. That's why I said I feel like everything he does is purposeful. They'll be having a good time. They're going to have, they're having dinner or whatever. And then he's just like, oh, I talked to Sarah. This is what she said. What the hell? Johnny, what is going on? You can't have a nice moment to save your life.
He cannot.
He ruins every nice moment.
Everything. Mm-hmm.
And it's like he saves it up to say it like in like a time where you're just like chilling, like you're just like, yeah, I can see us being together. But now this, I talked to Sarah, blah, blah. Like, what is wrong with you? I don't like Johnny. I don't like him at all.
Johnny is trash. He definitely gave that appearance, and again, I could be just editing. At the beginning, it was just like, oh my gosh, these two, and then it was just like, oh, and they knew each other. That just to me, like, and just him, a quick nose dive, right? Like,
and it just kept going down. I mean, I guess they had a little bit of highlight, but to me, it was not really a highlight because every time he comes back, it's as if when she's having fun, it makes him mad. Remember when we did that nice event? I didn't like this. And remember when
she
we
can't
did
do
this?
anything.
You didn't do this. Right. So it's like, even when we're seeing it and it's like, oh, they're having fun. That looks cool. It's like in the back of his mind, he's finding a way to be like, this was horrible. Or why don't we do this more often? Now you're mad that you don't do what you're doing right now more often.
And again, it started like right after the honeymoon. And that should have been signed red flag, just big red flag when he got upset to like, you are too giddy. The girl can't laugh. She can't giggle and have a good time. That bothers you? Like, there's nothing else the girl can do if she can't even laugh and try to enjoy herself around you.
Crazy.
It was, and
I don't know. Just down, 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 down.
And poor Val. I mean, now that she's totally innocent, but definitely because it probably is some stuff behind the scenes we don't see, but it's definitely not on the level that Johnny portrays it to be. To make
I can't see it.
I can't
see it at all. I'm sorry. I don't understand.
Something would have been caught on camera by now. That's how I feel. It's too many cameras around. Something would have been caught by now.
He's just, I don't know. I don't know what's up with him. Honestly, I still don't even know what he wants. I don't. Because even when they went out for dinner, that last dinner before they split, and she was all cute and stuff, and they were taking pictures, and he's like, "Oh, you look nice," or whatever. But it's just meh.
And the fact that he goes back to like, well, I was never attracted to her back then when I knew her. I feel like that's just an excuse, because at that point, maybe you didn't have attraction, or y'all just really saw each other as friends, but things changed. And so now, why does that not mean you can't find her attractive now and be like, wow, okay, I see now this is a different person. And because people change, maybe you just didn't. Or maybe I was in relationships, so you just wasn't looking at that person like that.
Yeah.
It's just so many factors that for him to just be like, I didn't look at her, I didn't like her then, that means that, like, that
he's just mean
now.
He is mean.
And I did like what his friends said. So they also, in this last episode, they met with friends. So like we said, Michaela met with her sister. He met with two of his friends, and when he was talking about, I don't like the person I'm changing, I'm becoming, and they were like, that might not be bad, because she's bringing out something different out of you. And
what is he becoming?
That was the good question. Like, what has happened that fundamentally changes who you is changing or has changed who you are? I feel like this is just who you were from the beginning.
Hello.
There ain't nothing changed.
Hello.
It's now being broadcast, and now you kind of trying to save face a little bit.
This is you all day. That's why you can't make it to date 2. All day. He is constantly in his head about how this is not, even when he's having a good time, he's already thinking about why this is not good. It's annoying. But I don't know. I'm over them. I'm over his philosophy of saying no on decision day. And Bao was like, no, you tell me no. That's it.
That's it. Right. What am I supposed to do with that?
Make sure you understand what that no means. I'm going to be very clear. You tell me no, it's over. What else are we talking about?
So you think she would say yes?
I think she would say yes, but I'm hoping they let Johnny go first. Sometimes I feel like they orchestrate that whole who says what first. I never liked that whole let me just tell you, like one person tells you first. I wish they would like make their decision like a game show, make their decision and then reveal what their decision is. So at the same time, so it's not like the other person can't influence the other person. This is my true thought. I went my separate way. I thought about it. This is my decision.
Yeah, I agree. I would like they should each on their own say what their decision is, and then they come and just give it. But it's already like set in stone by then.
Yeah, because then I feel like if he says no, she'll be like, fine, it's over. But I feel like if she goes first, she's gonna stay. Like what she said, she can see them together long term. She can see, she doesn't want to give up based on how she was raised. She saw her mom and her dad, how that happened. She's not a give up kind of person, but I don't know what she's like grasping at straws, really. So if she says yes, it's like a glimmer of hope, but I don't see it. No. But she's probably just like, I don't want to start over again. So I could see her saying yes. He needs to kick rocks. So I hope he goes first, say no, and just let her down. Just be that girl.
But they were talking about he said what when she went home and was telling her story, like, man, that was like the most deep conversation that we've had in a while. And I'm like, well, sir, you the one said you wanted basic level conversation.
Oh, he done forgot about that, child. You don't know
why are you all like, oh, like this is, we haven't talked like this in forever. Well, because you said you wanted level 1. So she met you at level 1. Hi, how are you doing? Oh, that's good. That's about it. So, okay, well, that's 3. That should be 3 no's, but who else? Who's next?
These 2 weren't that hot, but these last 2 couples, they didn't have a lot going on.
Oh, Jose and Rachel. I'm trying to think of names. I was hoping you would come up with it. Jose and Rachel.
I didn't know who you wanted to talk about first.
I was like, who? Yeah, not much going on with them. Same old thing, same old drama about this travel stuff. The man just don't like to travel. If you don't want to travel, if a trip for you is going to San Antonio, then okay, but don't prevent her from not being able to go travel and do what she wants.
That's what he's sounding like. Like, we need to do what's best for our family. You need to get a better car and you need to get your finances together. And she's just like, YOLO.
But that was her life pre-marriage. And I think she's saying, yes, I'm willing to
She extended her timeline. She said every year before, now she's at every other year.
That's exactly what I was about to go to. She said every other year, one big trip. And she specified, a flight that's like more than 5 hours, because, obviously his thing of a big trip is, Vegas, New York. She's like, no. She's like, domestic trips are fine. We could do that every year still, but every other year, I still want a big trip that we can go to.
Girl, you're going to be working till your little fingers fall off. You're going to have to work summer school. You're going to have to work tutoring.
Oh, you're gonna have she have her own money to do all of that?
No, he going to put her to work. She's still not gonna be able to go to work. He is controlling. He don't want her to do nothing. And he has issues. He has trust issues. So,
oh yeah. So going with that trust thing, right? So he locked her out of the house a few weeks ago, and it comes out that where she ended up going that night was to an ex-boyfriend's house. And
I mean, now, would you have told, this is like weeks after now, they done had a whole blow up, they got back together, they're at a good place. Would you have said, oh, by the way,
I probably would not have volunteered the information, because if you didn't ask me back then where I stayed, you don't care. You don't care 3 weeks from now. So I'm not going to volunteer.
Or she should have said it when they were mad. Like,
right.
I mean, I understand why she didn't do it. But then when they said, okay, we're going to move forward, we're going to do it. By the way, let me tell you where I was. And then let's just be mad all at the same time. And then we're going to get over this. But to open the wound back up, to me, is just like, girl.
Yeah.
Hush.
Nah, I think the
Hush,
producer
girl.
behind that a little bit. I think
And
they,
he got problems with oh Lord.
yeah, nah, I wouldn't have volunteered that information. But I also was in the back of my head, like, that's the only person that you could have gone and called and gone to. I mean, we do know she was knocking on all the other couples' doors and they weren't answering.
Yeah, but she had a cell phone.
Um, I don't know where her family is, how close they are. I'm assuming you got friends in the area you should have been able to call. So I'm kind of like, how did you get that far down the,
She was
your
mad.
contacts?
She was mad. That's how. She was ready to be done. That dude cussed her out and locked you out.
Which I could
So
like,
she didn't think that marriage was going to even last past
he
day
was
2.
like, I cannot be your wife. So yeah, I totally could get that.
That's how she got there.
And that's all she needed was he picked up. So it's like, okay, I'm there. Come pick me up. I'll Uber right on over. But yeah, no, I wouldn't have volunteered that information, but no, that's part of their storyline, that the finances and travel. But they're gonna be a yes. I know they're gonna say yes on decision day. So I don't know about that. Now, will they last after decision day? We'll see.
I tell you, none of these couples are gonna make it.
Even going to the next one, Merlin and Gil, you still think they're not gonna make it?
No. So I had a whole conversation. Okay, well, before I get to the whole conversation, now Gil is starting to turn, which I figured it was going to happen because that's how, like, when you're not on the same wavelength, he was patient, everything was rolling off his back, everything was like, okay, yeah. Now she's on board. Now he's kind of like, hold on now, let's figure this out, because calling her a spoiled brat, saying she high class, high maintenance, saying that she poo-poos on people who are not up to her high standards. And she's just like, I don't think I do that. And he's just like, yes, you do. And I don't know how long I could keep doing that.
I feel like he's been doing that and saying that from the beginning, calling her spoiled, calling her princess, all of that. So I feel like it's not new. He's been,
but in a joking way. He was calling her princess. And that's why I said he was patient, because he was playing. It didn't sound like it was serious. It didn't sound like this was going to be a deciding factor in making a decision to stay together. You know what I mean? It was all fun and games before. So now he's having serious conversations with her. Like, I don't know if I could deal with that. I don't know if I can handle this. It sounds like you're losing who you were, like, I guess, as a poor immigrant or whatever. And I don't want to ever feel that way or whatever. And what about our kids? How are you going to curb your spending? All that kind of stuff. So now all of those things are like serious issues, and not like, ha, 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 I got a princess, ha, ha, ha. She likes to find her things, ha, ha, ha. It's more like, girl, no more. And he's starting to kind of shut her down a little bit. Every time she complains, he's just like, can't you just, and then she's like, okay. And now you're seeing the change. That's what I'm saying. You're seeing something different before. So I don't know how long that's going to last like that. Because it's not like, he could just get another job. He's in the public service industry, and it's going to take him a while, unless he's like captain or something, to actually be making real money. According to her,
got started, unless she's
right,
in a new career. I feel like if they really wanted to, they could overcome this. I know finances is a huge thing, and a lot of couples of marriages end because of finances. But I feel like these are things that, again, they could overcome if they truly wanted to. So, and compromise. So one instance, that the example I'll give is when he was talking to, I forgot who he was talking to, but he was saying how, she can only wants to live in a mid-rise or high-rise, but he doesn't have to. okay, you don't have to, but if she does, then compromise. It's not like you're saying you can't, you're just saying you don't have to. Is that a big deal? I don't see that as a big deal. Why?
Oh, so
Oh,
no. So
okay.
I had this conversation with my husband, right? Because I was just like, him not wanting to live in a high rise seems like a him problem.
Right.
Like, you can't do this on your own. So you feel like we can't do this on our own. So what's the issue here? Like, what's the real issue? Right. I said, I understand her feeling like being bratty, because that can bring the whole mood down. Like, everywhere you go, you have a complaint. Most men are not going to want to hear that. Every time we go somewhere, we do something, it's like, I don't want to do this, whatever. So I get that piece. But the whole her wanting to live a good life that you can afford, what is the problem? Right?
You're going to
And so
benefit from that too, because y'all married.
Yeah, but okay, so this is my husband, and he was saying that men sometimes feel like they need to be up to the same standard as their wife. Yes, you can make more money or whatever, but if I'm not able to afford this, but we are able to afford this, then it might have something to affect my ego at that point. Is that I'm not up to your standards. Instead of it like, we're joint, so it doesn't matter where the money comes from, as long as we agree on what to spend the money on or how we're going to live our life, then that's fine. But he was just like, I'm gonna tell you, a lot of guys don't feel that way. They feel like they have to be able to afford it, right? So we had this whole conversation before Gil had the conversation with his mom.
Okay.
And I was just like, oh, wait a minute now. Hold on. Unless Gil is saying this is in his head versus a conversation he actually had with Mirla, that Mirla is expecting Gil to pay like majority of the bills, then I understand how there's a problem here. Yes. Because she knows and he knows he can't afford all the stuff that she wants in terms of a household, right? And then he can't afford the gifts, that lavish gifts that she's used to receiving or that she could buy for herself. So I understand that piece of it. If that's her expectation, because we don't see every conversation, but if that's her expectation, then yeah, I can see how he's just like, I can't, how am I going to do
that? Yes. And that's very true. And my only question is, yes, did they actually have that conversation, or is he just projecting that, like he's thinking that in his mind? Because it seems to me that she, is fully aware of where his salary is and how much more she makes. I didn't get the impression from what they've shown on TV that she's expecting him to take care of everything.
I didn't get that either. But you never know what people actually talk about. And he was like, she's a traditional kind of girl where this is how she's used to it. He was like, I'm used to that too. That's how you and daddy were. You know what I mean? He had all the bills or whatever, but it's a different time. I don't have to live in some of these places, that she wants to live in. So then what? So I get him on that. Your money is your money and it can't come from nowhere else other than, working another job. Can you work another job as a firefighter? I don't know. Volunteer? I don't know. Security? I don't know. Like, what else can you do to make money when you have a crazy schedule like that? And if that's your passion, you want to help people, that's, being a firefighter. It's not like, oh, I'm just going to go to another corporate America job. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like you could just, oh, let me go somewhere else. That a firefighter is a firefighter. That's it. So I don't know. I was kind of like, oh, that is a problem.
That conversation, that part, I totally agree. Especially if she's kind of like, no, you take care. Your money is our money. My money is my money. Like, like she's like, I'm going to use my money.
Oh, I don't know if it's that hard line, but I could see it being that you do majority of the bills. Like maybe I do utilities or phone bill or whatever. But then if you're in a high rise, if you're in a place that he can't even afford, like that means his whole check is going to that. Maybe he feels like, how am I supposed to live like that? I won't have nothing left, you know? So I don't know. That one's an interesting one. Still a no for me. You can say yes on decision day, but I don't see that long term. I don't know why.
Say yes. I think they're gonna say yes on decision day. I don't know what'll happen after that. I kind of feel like some of it, maybe they have clear dialogue on what their expectations are, that they can.
They look like they communicate very well.
Right. So I feel like that this is something that might be just for production more than a real issue, because
that's true.
They do communicate very well. That this would have been something that they had the whole finance conversation early on. So I feel like that's something they would have already talked about. Yes, she likes the nice things, but I feel like he does too. He just like, I just can't afford it so much. And if they can do that together, combined income, I think they could work it out, from what I see. So we'll see. That's everybody.
Oh, but did you see the preview for the decision day, when he was indicating that they consummated their marriage already?
I did see that.
And she was looking like, first of all, she looked like,
girl, I was just about to say, I was a little distracted by her look, because I was like, what were you going for here? I need to see.
She don't wear makeup. She didn't want to wear makeup for her wedding, and you come to decision day looking like, I don't even know. I have nothing to compare with. Like, girl, who put that on your eyes? What's happening?
It's so
Did you do your makeup?
It's so weird though to see her with the eyelashes and not anything else. I guess I'm just so used to seeing people wear eyelash, they have makeup on, and like they're wearing makeup, but it's just her eyelash. It just looks so odd on her. And then that look, I was distracted because I was just like, what in the world? What is going on with this eyeshadow? What is
It's so dark?
I'm not even a makeup person. I could be like, no, baby, that is not working. I
was just like, who is that? Who's that?
So I'll be interested to see what this whole look like. But
but I'm not surprised they consummated their marriage. I can see it.
Yeah, I figured
they all look like hugged up, touchy, feely. Yeah. So I feel like she was saying how she felt. A kiss is the same thing as everything else. So she's probably like, here's a kiss, here's the rest. Here's a kiss. What? Here's the rest. Hey, here's the kiss. Hey, here's the rest. Hey. I mean, they're married, so
yeah.
I don't know, y'all. Y'all tell us how y'all feel.
Wait, so let's do a rundown again just to make sure. So decision day is next week. So there'll be our last prediction. So we say no to Michaela and Zach.
Hell no.
Decision day decisions.
No, everything.
You think both of them going to say no?
I feel like, oh gosh, same thing. I hope that Zach goes first and says no. And then Michaela will then say no.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say, I think they're going to both say yes.
Stop!
If it's a good day, like, it's like bad day, good day, bad day, and good day happen to be decision day, I think they might say yes.
Oh, no.
We'll see. We'll see. So, okay. So no for Lori, yes for me on those two. Brett and Ryan, no. That's clear. Val and Johnny, I agree with you. I think if Val goes first, she'll say yes, and then Johnny will say no. But if Johnny says no, then she'll quickly change her mind and say no. But it should be a no for me. And then Jose and Rachel, I think are yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Gil and Myrna are gonna be yes on decision day.
Yeah, I think they're gonna say yes.
Okay. All right. Well, we shall see next
Oh
week.
Lord.
How
many more episodes? About 3 or 4?
Well, they might break up decision day into 2, and then at least 2 reunion shows. So at least 4 more episodes.
4 more episodes. Okay. Listen, y'all, we'll be back later. Maybe we'll do one more episode on them. I don't know. We'll see.
Decision day. I mean, we'll see how it works out. Yeah.
Ugh, a mess.
I'm ready for this one over. So I've been watching Ready to Love. Remember we talked about doing that one?
Yeah.
So they're doing that in DC. It's interesting. Okay. I'm not sure I like the concept of how they're doing it. So they like 1 week the guys pick a bottom 2 girl and then they let one go. And then the next week the ladies do that and then let one of the guys go. But they're not all getting a chance to meet and talk to all of the ladies or the guys. So it's like they're making
it's like a whole bunch of people. They're not matched.
They're not matched. Yeah, no, it's just, say there's 5 guys, 5 women, and then they're trying to get to know each other. But then if it's the guy's turn to pick a lady to kick off, that one lady may have only gotten to talk to or go out on a date with 2 of the guys. So it's like, to me, it's not fair that she didn't get a chance with the other guys, and vice versa. Same thing with the guys, if they didn't get a chance, because maybe they would match better with someone else. But so I'm not liking that concept. There's this one guy on there. He says he has the 3 sixes, a 6-pack, 6 figures, and 6. Gosh, what's the last one? 6 something.
Inches.
It wasn't that, but it probably was. It wasn't said like that, but it probably was it. I can't remember what the last 6 was, but yeah, it was like, and he was doing the most. The first episode,
I would have called him Lucifer. He was around there saying 666. I would be like, Lucifer, come here.
He wasn't telling people that, but it was like his little confessional. Oh, it's like the little mixer, and they're all getting to, see who's there. And he's going to every woman and giving the same line and getting their number, every single one. And it was just like, dude. So I'm watching because it's here in the DC area. I don't recognize none of the people on there. But first season watching it, I just don't kind of like that concept of it. But we'll see. I'm gonna finish watching it. And of course, we're still watching Love on Stage. We need to watch
Date 2.
Okay. And then we'll come back and do a review on that one. So hi ladies, if you're watching this one, we'll be back to discuss your dates soon. That'll be probably one of the next episodes that we'll tape in and upload. But in the meantime, go back and review our previous Married at First Sight season 13 recaps. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And before we leave, we like to remind all our viewers to do what?
Protect your throne.
Bye.